So I created a class called, I'll just go on to the next one, Tiny House Design and Build. So I got 20 kids, and I started a class called Tiny House Design and Build, because we're going to build one. And so I had the kids design, and understand this is really elementary. I mean, we're just playing around here as far as designing. I'm not an expert on that and stuff, but they designed houses. I said, okay, I want you to give me a house. What's the width, the length, the height, all that stuff. Okay. Then I said, well, geez, we can't do this without hearing from some experts. So Stu was gracious enough to get on Skype. That's my classroom right there. Sorry, it's a mess, but anyway, we got on Skype. We talked to him for about a half hour. Thanks so much, Stu. And the kids really enjoyed it. And they're like, oh, this is really real. So people are doing this stuff. And we got all kinds of tips and so forth from Stu. So thanks. So I'm like, how are we going to do this? I had no money. No money whatsoever, nothing, okay? And I was told that I could use this old workshop, but there was no tools or anything. So I had to gather all these materials. So I went out, I had my students, I emailed parents, I emailed organizations in Centerline and so forth, and people came out in droves and they gave us a bunch of stuff. But the things that they gave us basically were to build the workshop. We have to build a workshop before we can build a tiny house, okay? So that's one of our parents. He donated like $500 of materials. It was awesome. And then we had other people, parents, bandsaws. We had, this company is gonna donate all the wood for our tiny house when we eventually get a trailer. There's a wood lathe. I don't know how we're gonna use it yet, but we will. These are some of the people that donate. I just want to thank them publicly. Great Lakes Ace, the Extra Credit Union. I just got a grant for $1,500 towards a trailer from them. The Lions Club gave me money. So just really cool stuff. But we're not there yet. So with that being said, we had to then make the workshop workable. So we started building the workshop. It was blue. I'm like, I don't want blue. Let's make it white. We need some color in there. Okay, these are some of the different things. So this is what the workshop looked like in the beginning. It was a mess. We started painting the walls white. This is one of my students that came in after school to help me. We were building basically a chop saw bench in the corner here, which is right here. Here's the completed version. So this is a former student, some current students. So I'm teaching them how to use a tape measure, how to use equipment and stuff like that. So as we're building the workshop, they're learning how to build the tiny house at the same time. Some different pictures. These guys, I said, okay, you guys are gonna build the table saw. It took them 3 days, okay? Because they had to put it together. They had to read the directions. It was tough, so that's what it looked like when we were finished. Okay, just different pictures of the build, us being goofy right here, okay? And just be showing them down here how to do some of the different things. Right before Christmas break, one of the students came in with me. We ended up kind of cleaning up this door. That's our door. It's too small, so we're gonna have to build part of it inside and most of it outside. My students actually, in the very beginning of our class, gave me a nickname, Bells the Builder. I like it. Okay. And so where does all this stuff come from? So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my building passion. I just like building.